Hi everyone, Mike White here. Welcome to this week's vlog post. I want to first excuse the fact that my eyes may be a little red and my voice a little raspy. In addition to all the other things that are going on right now, we've had a pretty good stretch of warm weather here in Florida and things are blooming, so my allergies are a little crazy. So I am fine, uh, nothing wrong other than the fact that I've got some allergies, and that's where we really are. So just before everybody panics, which seems to be the mode of the day lately, I just wanted to give you that heads up. And I think it's important to talk about that because this week, what I'm sharing is really what I think is immensely important for you, and it's part of what I see as part of my job and what I try to bring to the table, which is creating the calm. Um, in a time where there's turmoil, some of us have lived through the mortgage meltdown of the past. We've dealt with all sorts of illnesses before. Uh, it was 10, 12 years ago, we had swine flu. Down here in Florida, we have hurricanes. We've had places where, in Louisiana, whatever, where we've had hurricanes and severe flooding, California, whatever, earthquakes, disasters, and things that are somewhat or completely beyond our control are things that we have to deal with. And I really think that we have to take some time and realize that right now uh, we have we're dealing with a situation that we're not used to because of the instant contact of social media and the internet to a degree that we've never seen before. And obviously, there is so much fear mongering going on, so much politicization of what's happening, and just the sheer volume of things that we have to deal with. Because it's not just the coronavirus, it's not just uh, the congestion in the secondary markets when it comes to mortgage rates. It's not the volatility in the stock market. It's not a recession. It's not any one of those things. It's a culmination of all those things. And one of the pieces I've tried to bring to the table this week for my clients is to understand, as mortgage professionals, we've dealt with, rate changes and fluctuations and volatility and program and guideline and rule changes. Um, Again, clients, customers, referral partners have done stupid things during the course of a transaction that we've had to adapt to and quickly find a solution for. As a frequent traveler, and again, having traveled last week in this environment, you learn. I wasn't much different than I am normally in the wintertime where there's flu season. Someone my age is very susceptible to severe consequences of the flu, just like with coronavirus. And while I traveled, I took the same precautions as I normally would. But unfortunately, there are people out there who are either ignoring the situation completely as if it doesn't exist, or people who are in full-fledged panic mode. And the panic mode is what really can get us all into that spiral, which is not good for anybody. Let's be honest. Nobody needs 200 rolls of toilet paper or 500 pounds of chicken in their freezer. The world is not coming to an end as we sit right here. And let's be honest, the fluctuations in the marketplace, if you're still in a position where you have to close on a purchase loan, something in the 3% range is not life or death for these people. And so we have to realize that, these are situations that we have to deal with both short term and long term. And we have to be the person that helps create the calm. You have to be the person that puts the person back in the profession, being there, being the one that understands. How many of us last Sunday night got text messages, phone calls, emails about people wanting that 0% mortgage rate? Now that the Fed cut, the reality of it is, we've talked about this before just a couple of weeks ago when we had the 50 basis point Fed cut. And I said, if you don't have your video done explaining how the Fed and short-term rates and what that means for the mortgage market, then you missed an opportunity to be ahead of the curve on Sunday when people were calling in. I get this stuff. A lot of the movements and a lot of the knee-jerk reactions and a lot of things that are done for the economy, is largely because we're trying to be as proactive as possible for the unknown. Uh, Days from now or weeks from now, we may be much more aware of the circumstances and what's going to happen. But here is the reality: it is going to pass, and things will more normalize. And how you handle yourselves now is really going to set the stage. So don't let the people around you become paralyzed with fear. And those that are, accept and understand the fact that they may not be able to help it. So a calming, reassuring voice, somebody who is a professional who reaches out and just ask their clients and their referral partners and their team, how you doing? Just making sure you're okay. Anything I can do to help? Because the reality of it is different people are handling this in different ways. I have had loan officers and realtors who are reaching out to their clients, and some who'd really love to sell their house, and right now they're afraid to have people come look at it. And I said, well, then, have the realtor go through them the things that they can do around the house. Hey, clean the house, paint that room, fix that caulking, repair that blind, wash the windows. There's plenty of things that can be done. But the reality of this also is, for some of you loan officers reaching out to your clients and ask how they're doing, they may have a job that may be sensitive. They may own a small business. And now may be the time where you could step in and really help them with a refinance, okay, with debt consolidation, with any of those things. So all of us have to take a step forward with our people and communicate. Everybody has varying degrees of comfort of whether you want to be out on the street. We have different rules and regulations in our own cities and towns and states. But you can pick up the phone, you can FaceTime, you can reach out to them and have these conversations. You can shoot your videos and connect with your people. Because ultimately, these are the things that we do before everybody goes completely off the rails with fear. Sometimes just picking up and make the phone call and asking people how they're doing and stepping up to the plate for them can be the one thing that stops them from completely losing control. So think about that as we're going forward. Be calm, but create the calm. Share solutions and strategies that are going to help them and help your people, help yourself, your family, your friends, your relatives, your neighbors. Help them all do something today that'll help improve their tomorrow. It's part of the company motto here, is that we're always focused on connecting with people and helping people and offering solutions and offering assistance. And sometimes that's just picking up the phone, saying hello, ask them how they're doing. It may only to be a few minutes. And just like we found with the birthday calls when we call our clients, it can be tremendously beneficial, because ultimately, days, weeks, or a month or so from now, we're going to really have a better idea of what's going on and when we're going to come out of that, out of this particular tunnel, and things will get better. And you should be out in front of that just as much then as you are right now, helping create the calm that'll help everybody get through this. And as always, you can always reach out to me, Mike, at imtcoaching.com. We're here to help you, help your community, your friends, your neighbors, your family, and your referral partners get through this, because ultimately we are all one big family and we depend upon each other. So take care, be good, be smart, and create the calm that'll help us all. Take care.